Hello everybody, it's James Schumacher here, CEO of the Startup Race, and I'm with Brian Williamson, who is our guest speaker at the Angel Investor Meetup group on the 13th of November. And when I heard Brian's story, it really made me think, wow, it would be a fantastic guest speaker for the Angel Investor Meetup group. So this is just a little teaser interview. Hopefully you'll come on the 13th and hear the full story. But Brian, could you just give us an insight of what you did before and what the tipping point was for you to become an angel investor?
Yeah, sure can, James. Thank you for that introduction. And my life has been really peppered with running companies at board level from the age of 26, and the first 12 years with corporates, and then I became the infamous entrepreneur that everyone aspires to be. I think my essence of my entrepreneurial life was investing in businesses intended to be what I call a one-trick pony. I tended to be involved in one business, sometimes two, but generally no more than that. And I went in 24/7, built and grew a business. And I did that successfully. I've exited 9 times now, and 2 quite recently in the last 2 years. The big tipping point for me, 2015, I had a life-changing moment, a bit of a health scare, to say the least. I thought I was going to die, and I wondered what I would do with my life, and I agreed with my wife, if I was given a second chance, I would do things differently. And differently wasn't retiring, differently was actually working out what I really enjoyed in life and how I could do more of it. And being in business was part of the really enjoyed in life category. And I decided to move to a portfolio where I could have lots of concentration of great enjoyment in different companies, as opposed to getting the one enjoyment in perhaps one company and a wee bit of a company on the side. So that changed in 2015, and since then I gradually got more involved in angel investing and have really taken it serious the beginning of this year, 2019, when I exited from Jumpstart.
Okay, that's fantastic. And so you talked about the odds of in angel investing that appeal to you. Could you just touch on that, if you don't mind?
Well, what it worked out was that when investing in a business, you get a return, and that return is really a bit of a gamble, especially when you think this business might be an odds-on favourite, or it might be 5 to 1 or 10 to 1. What I felt was that when I invest in a business, I'm stacking the odds. I'm improving the chance of success because I'm involved in that business. And that chance of success could be, it's a 10 to 1 chance of winning, and I improve it to 5 to 1, but I get 50 to 1 of my money. And that's really the attractive part. So it's quite a numbers game for me about how can I build this company to be worth more than it is, and how can I add value. So the multipliers in my mind are people who have done it before. I've run companies now for 35 years, I think, at board level. So I've done it before, and I guess I stack the odds there. It could be that there's others within the company who've done it before. It could be someone who has a bit of patented technology that steals a march in the competition. But I'm looking for these multipliers. I generally wouldn't get involved in a business unless I thought I could add lots of value and increase that. I'm on the wrong end of life, as I would say. So therefore, I'm looking for something to happen quickly. And a 10-year plan really isn't within my time horizon.
Wow. So you're living life to the full and helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses and enjoying the roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it's different when you're in a company as the chief executive. I'm sure many people know the roller coaster means you can go home in the evening and be on a low or a high. When you're involved at a slightly rolled back position, what tends to happen is you can focus on the highs and almost ignore the lows on the basis that generally things will resolve themselves. So I do live life to the full in my respect, but the benefit I get is if I help someone in a business and it builds and grows, then I get the benefit of giving them a gift, rather like at Christmas. Do you like to receive a gift or watch the eyes of the person that you've given a gift to? So I get the pleasure of giving the gift, and guess what? At the end of the day, when we exit, I get paid for that. So there's not really a downside to that for me.
Wow, sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you'll come along on the 13th of November to hear more about Brian's experiences, and you'll have an opportunity to ask Brian questions as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you later. All the best. Thanks,
Thank you,
Brian.
James.
It's fantastic.